Well, if you have football
I got a little
news,
bit of everything.
Yeah, we've hit some baseball. We've not hit a lot of football.
It's really not really fun football news. I figured
News.
Well, it is. It's based also on another story that since we were not on the air yesterday, we really haven't even talked about. But it's a gambling story. The NFL's reinstated 5 players from their gambling suspensions, guys that you really wouldn't know who they were. A Commanders defensive end, Shaka Toney, and 4 others: Rashad Berry, defensive end; wide receiver Quintez Cephas, who I believe was came from Wisconsin, right? Was he a Wisconsin kid?
Yeah, receiver, yeah.
Yeah, safety C.J. Moore, defensive end Demetrius Taylor. But we have not had the conversation yet about the NBA banning Raptors center Jontay Porter for gambling violations. And that story is, I mean, we talked about when it first came to light and there were suspicions and this was something the NBA was investigating. We were like, wow, this is crazy. And just the details are unbelievable.
So do I have this? So do I have this right that the fix was in with him, where people would never bet on his totals.
Right. The NBA launched an investigation late March after sportsbooks noticed irregular betting on the over/under on the reserve center's statistics in 2 Raptors games.
It was like his points, rebounds, and everything else. And then he, in those games, when the high bets came in, would leave the game.
Yes.
The first game it happened, he left the game because he got poked in the eye or something like that.
Yes.
Yep. Injury.
And an injury. And so he left the game so the under hit.
Like 3 minutes in.
Yes. And so fine, and probably no one wouldn't have looked into it. And then he did it again. And where all of a sudden an irregularly high amount happened again on his totals. A guy who plays 3 minutes a game happened, and sure enough, he tapped out of the game again.
They also found out that he placed at least 13 bets on NBA games using an associate's online betting account. Bets ranged from $15 to $22,000. They totaled $54,094 according to the league.
I think most people have said this, that I think Hoodie said it, and some other people I've heard refer to him as the dumbest man on the planet.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the team photo. I mean, there's plenty. Like dumbest person on the planet. Like I threw
it all away.
I have a story here about a woman calling the police over a bad batch of meth. Like she's in the team photo too.
Right, you could have a big photo.
Yo, it's a giant photo.
It's got to be panoramic.
But he's in there, Jontay Porter, along with this Indiana woman who's facing a narcotics charge after she called 911 to report purchasing an inferior batch of meth. Said she wanted to file charges against her drug dealer. We see this quite a bit these days. This happened in Indiana. Sarah Harris is the person. Twice made open line calls to the police, which prompted an officer to visit her residence to ensure that everyone was okay. During a conversation with the police captain, Harris declared that her meth was not what it was supposed to be.
Not what it's.
So when you say, don't you think, different topic, she's equally.
This is someone
dumb.
on meth, though. It's also someone who's influenced by meth.
True, but I don't know.
This is an NBA player
I'm
who's
not
got
sure.
it good.
He may be also. I have no idea what other issues he may have. His actions may be inspired by other things too.
Well, there are reports. It sounds like he had a gambling addiction, because there are reports that he wagered over $1 million with, I think it was FanDuel.
Yeah, he was a VIP member.
Prior to
them finding out that he was betting on NBA games?
because he wasn't making any. These weren't NBA related bets, so he clearly has an addiction.
But then on himself, he threw. That's why he's out for life.
Correct.
Because these are.
When they say he's been banned, they haven't said for life yet, but that would be the assumption.
I thought he's out for life.
I don't believe they've said that just yet.
He fixed.
I thought
they said banned in the press release, but I don't think they're putting. And I saw Paul Pabst from the DP show point this out. They may not be putting for life in the print right now, in case there's a big time, let's say, and I'm just throwing out a random name here, but let's say Giannis got tied up in a gambling scandal,
Let's just say Shohei. Someone of Shohei's.
Yeah.
Right. Like if it
importance.
was someone important.
you could get out of it
Like
in a way.
he fixed bets
Yeah.
on himself.
Yes. In his sport. Yeah, it's crazy. It's not good. You made a Red Lobster mention earlier today on Unhinged.
Check that out on the ESPN Chicago app.
Want to let you know that Red Lobster is eyeing bankruptcy after $11 million in losses from their endless shrimp campaign.
Now, is this a good bankruptcy or a bad bankruptcy?
I would think that this is going to allow them to continue to be in business.
So
but
good
this being-
bankruptcy?
Yeah. Red Lobster is in hot financial waters attempting to stay afloat by eyeing Chapter 11 bankruptcy to restructure their debt after an endless shrimp promotion sank their ship, so to speak. Yeah, you know what? The endless shrimp. It's like the be careful when you say the buffet all you can eat for $9. Like, I know people going in there and house that thing, knock you out of business.
Didn't the Curb Your Enthusiasm
Yeah,
had a little bit
yeah.
on that, where Leon kept going back for seconds.
Last year, Red Lobster reported an $11 million in operating losses due to its ultimate endless shrimp deal, which backfired when it reeled in too many customers after the limited time promotion became a permanent menu fixture last June.
What should the limit be on like endless
Unlimited?
shrimp?
Well,
Yes.
Don't say on
What
endless
can you
shrimp.
say?
A lot of shrimp. You can't say endless. That's false
A
advertising.
batch of shrimp. What can you call it? And then
A
what?
whole lot of shrimp.
A whole lot of shrimp. And how many shrimp can you have?
That's a whole lot of shrimp.
What are you cutting it
A
off?
lot.
On? No. I'm saying if you're the manager, how many? Like, and I come in, where are you,
Are you
cutting
getting
me
crazy? Are you getting crazy
yeah,
eating your shrimp?
Yeah, I'm keep eating. How many? You say that's enough? I've had 50. Is that too much?
Oh, wow. 50. Yeah, it's probably you. Yeah.
Are you
That's a
cutting
whole
it off
lot.
at
That's a whole
50?
lot of shrimp. 50 is a whole lot of shrimp. Yeah, I mean, listen, don't underestimate the gluttony of an American eater.
Yeah, I could eat 50 shrimp.
I bet you could. I don't think that 50 is sinking their battleship, though. I think somebody went in
50
there.
by a lot of people.
Yeah.
I can't eat 50 fried shrimp. I could eat like 50.
Endless shrimp. Can you
Broiled
imagine?
shrimp.
You just go in with your buddies every day.
Oh.
You wouldn't have to buy groceries. You just go into Red Lobster and eat endless shrimp till you can't eat anymore. You can get some of them. You go into Olive Garden and get some breadsticks.
Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you.
Yeah. Do you know, I don't think I've ever been to Red Lobster.
Well, you're missing out.
I know.
That
I
warm
wanna go.
the warm butter. That's where I found the warm butter and the crab. I told you when the first time I went to a Red Lobster, I'm
They
like,
gave you the warm butter? You'd
Well,
never had warm butter before? Have you ever had warm butter on something?
no, not before I went to a Red Lobster.
Warm butter on popcorn?
I think they maybe put it on for me. where
Warm
you-
butter
they-
on your steak?
No, like they actually gave you the little thing of butter and
You
you
dip.
would you dip it
You
in.
dip.
And I'm like, what is this place, Red Lobster?
What is this golden magical sauce? It tastes
What
so
was your
delicious.
favorite
It's almost
Red
like
Lobster?
butter.
It was
Were you
just
eating the lobster or was it
everything.
the endless shrimp?
It was everything. I couldn't believe that they had a palace like this.
They've changed it to a whole lot of shrimp.
Because we talked about it in Unhinged. What in that market of like the Olive Garden
Is the
style
best.
restaurant is the best? And I interrupted Waddle. I go, Red Lobster.
Yeah,
It's not
you
even
did. You
close.
just barked out Red Lobster. We should go. You know, they had a team lunch.
Oh, twist my
Do
arm.
you guys want to go to Red Lobster one of these days? Like when we have a slow. What do you mean, Mallard? What do you mean, old sour puss back there? You don't want to go?
What's
Why?
wrong with Red Lobster?
I've actually never been either.
Well, let's go
Well, you
try it.
have to.
Let's go try.
I'm going to
I
pull a
haven't been
Carm
yet.
here. I think I'm I'm going to be a little
Snob?
bit of
You
a
don't
yeah.
even
What are you,
know
part
why
fish?
you wouldn't like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, what are
not
you,
up for
part
that.
fish? Tyler asks, are you part fish?
Tyler,
are you
have
gonna
you
be
been to a Red
offended by it?
Lobster?
I don't think I've ever been to Red Lobster.
All
either.
right, let's
let's
go.
go.
Let's go. Team road trip.
Yeah.
Team field trip.
We'll
Better
one up
hurry
them.
before they close.
No,
Shut
they're
down.
just they're
They're just
redoing it.
reorganizing some stuff.
How often does that actually work out? The old
Oh,
Chapter 11.
It does work out a lot of times.
Does it?
It's their way to just dump their debt on somebody and say, "Oh, my bad, so sorry." All right, when we come back, I want you to. I got a cell phone story, a power ranking story
Sean says he got banned
from the Endless Buffet Chinese restaurant.
Yes, we got to take his
We'll
call.
take his call too, and then a story about a fractured penis. That's next. Take a guess. How many times does the average American check their phone in a day?
Oh, jeez. It's over 100. I'll go 148.
It seems low. My first thought was like, I bet she goes close to 1,000. Like, I guess
a little excessive.
Define
Maybe for
check,
Shams,
though.
but, like-
Define check, though. I mean, I feel like just glancing at your phone
What
is
is it,
a
like-
check, isn't it?
Yeah, like.
Is it every glance or is it like every
Yeah,
time you unlock it?
Yeah, or do you have to tap it? Tap it to see the screen.
You're not
Do you know what I'm
just
saying?
Yes,
You have
I
to
mean,
engage it.
You have to engage it. 144 times a day.
Whoa, Sylvie.
The average
What did I say,
American,
148?
You said 148.
My guess is you're significantly higher than that.
Probably.
Yeah.
For me, I'm probably higher. I bet you my wife is way higher than that. You know what? I would say she's probably lower than that because I think she's constantly engaged with it.
I think you can check on your phone.
How many times do you activate it?
It give you the
I know.
the time.
Like you get the
That I
screen
know.
time, but I think it gives you like pickups on there too.
Really?
Let me look.
Okay, we don't have time for much here. Do you want power rankings in Major League Baseball or a penis story?
Well, what do you think?
Power
asking.
rankings,
Penis
please.
stories.
Well, I got a power ranking and a penis story. I've got break the tie, Tyler.
You said this is a
Penis story's good.
okay.
There's
here
a
we go.
broken penis, right?
An unfortunate soul had to undergo emergency surgery after fracturing his penis in 2 places while sleeping. The unnamed 27-year-old patient had reportedly rolled over onto his erect penis while sleeping, shockingly resulting in an audible snapping sound and subsequent intense pain, as
did-
well as flaccidity and swelling.
First of all, was someone in bed with him? How do they know that there was
Penis
a snapping
fractures,
sound?
though rare, demand urgent surgical attention due to their potentially severe consequences, a study has said. Despite the alarming symptoms, the patient waited a whopping 36 hours before going to the hospital.
Well, that's the worst part of. There's many bad parts about this. You waited 36 hours after you broke your penis?
While the penis is technically boneless, the word fracture is used to describe a tear in the tissue that allows the penis to become enlarged.
That's terrible.
You asked for it.
No, I'm not blaming you.
See?
It's a terrible story.
Never wanted to go with power
and now
rankings.
we'll never know where the LA Dodgers rank.